It's actually an employee account that I logged into too.
Well, awesome. So we're here. We're joined by Manic. And Manic, I'm going to be super honest with you. I just started looking at some of your works here, and my brother's told me very little about you, but I know he's got some solid questions. A lot of times, some of our interviews, this is how it goes. I like to kind of figure out what's going on the fly. And so I'm a newbie to Manic here. So I'm excited though, because it sounds like that there's some things that you're bringing into awareness with some of your projects, like some it sounds like mental state is important to you. I don't know, my brother mentioned you had something to do, like a project that was like bringing awareness to dyslexia. And I have a project that I just launched called Dyslexia 95 or whatnot. So I was like kind of intrigued on that kind of stuff. So yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, if you would?
Well, thanks a lot. Yeah, so, I mean, where do you want me to start? You want to talk about the project, or just kind of...
Let's I mean, wherever you want to start. Like, you know, if you want to talk about yourself and how you got into the space, or whatever you want to bring to the table is all good.
Sure.
You know, it's scary to ask somebody questions, you know, in the way that you are. I don't want to ask certain questions that I'm not supposed to, because you know,
no,
it's dangerous
don't
looking.
be intimidated by the mask. It's just a formality.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could definitely really start anywhere. I mean, so I have a couple different projects. One is just the most, you know, I just kind of released a stealth overnight project called Punk on a Bench. And the idea came to me like around 11 p.m. And I started sketching, and I minted 20 by 5 a.m. And
Oh, nice.
I was really obsessed, and I wasn't really I wasn't really thinking about too much about it, other than just kind of, you know, going through the motions of like, I was kind of in the zone. And my girl came in at like 5:30. She said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You're crazy." And so, but I felt really exhilarated, because I know at the time I was doing it, it felt right. I wasn't really around mental health. You know, I really didn't figure the mental health part until the end of it. And so, kind of looking at it and putting all the pieces together, and figure out why I made it.
Yeah.
Kind of where it came from, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it's a 100 piece collection, and only be 100. And I kind of hated the idea of punk. You know, everyone uses the punk in the NFT space, punk this, punk that. And,
Yep.
I think just what the meaning of punk is and what punk really is, a lot of people misinterpret. And so I really think that is a punk on a bench. So meaning that it's just more of an attitude than you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
the way of being accepted.
Right.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I mean, sorry, good.
I feel like I understand what you're saying about the whole punk deal. It's definitely has changed. Like the meaning and of that word has changed a lot. I think the one thing I like about the word being championed so much in the space, I guess, is the way I sort of look at it is like how we got here in the first place was kind of like, you know, some angry techno punks that were like, F the third party, F the man, let's do something different. Let's, you know, make an alternative way of going at all this and reverse the system back to a way that it might possibly actually work. And so it's kind of cool to see the word punk being celebrated on that level. For me, that's kind of how I accept it in the space.
I couldn't agree more. I mean,
yeah,
I definitely agree with that. It's more of an attitude of rebellion just new territory. I didn't really start off with punk on the bench until I started drawing the back of it in color of the hair, and it was kind of spiky, and it kind of looked like a punk, and I was like, shit, you know, that's just, I guess I'm drawing a punk. So, and that's kind of where that came from. But yeah, I mean, mental health is a big deal to me. You know, I think everyone has a touch of something, especially over the last couple of years with all the bullshit that's been happening in the world.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are suffering silently. And I think really that's why I know I have. I know, I think probably that's why a lot of people are resonating with some pieces that I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
this
I'm
spaces seem to like, I know a couple stories. Bruce the Goose comes to mind. It's like he tells the story as though finding the NFT space really saved his life. You know, like he was in a bad spot before this, and completely flipped the script for him, you know, in the best way possible. So it's pretty amazing, definitely, the power of what's going on right now, and to get involved.
It's funny, this conversation is kind of, I feel like this is maybe the second time we've had it in the last 48 hours where we've been talking about, you know, people getting too hooked or wrapped into to the space or whatnot. And like, you know, there is like some hotlines, there are some help. I should pull them up when we talk about this stuff and put them on the damn screen, but I haven't even looked for them myself yet. But I think there is some there's some help if you think you are addicted to this stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But then again, it does help. I mean, like there's both sides, like you're saying, like it's changed lives and it's helped people. So hopefully you're using the space accurately and it's doing positive for you versus negative.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I've always been creative, and I've made music for many years, past 10 years. And
yeah.
the last 2 years, I haven't made any music. And I've been in a weird state of like disarray, sort of, I haven't slept really in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, just, you know, I have a lot of sketches and drawings, and I started just putting some out there, and had an idea for the Deadly Sins. One night, it was really late, and I was just kind of sketching. And I ended up sketching all these figures, characters that look like kind of represent sins. And like, it's interesting, I was in the NFT space as a collector first or a creator. And
Yeah.
there's so much in that space that is sort of reminiscent of the Seven Deadly Sins, from, you know, the greed aspect, the envy aspect, the wrath, being upset. There's just so many different things, and not only NFTs, but also just types. And I think we're all a bit of the Seven Deadly Sins in a way, not in a religious manner at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seven Deadly Sins collection is the first one that I found, because you were releasing those stealth drops, I believe. And so yeah, I caught wind of what was going on a little bit, started like, yeah, super got in the Discord and got excited, yeah, for sure, and then started reaching out to you. And so that project seems pretty interesting as well. It seems like you're doing something with fractionalizing, like glitch, kind of more popular, famous glitch artists like Xcopy and some other collections like that, to the holders of the Seven Deadly Sins. Can you explain how some of that's going to work?
Yeah, absolutely. LeftHousr, 7ds.io. That's right. Right there if you want to go up there. But yeah. Yeah, so the thing with seven, you know, like I like glitch art. I think glitch sort of represents like calmness and panic. You know, I like, you know, some people get very, you know, some people get excited when they drink coffee. You know, puts me to sleep, and glitch art relaxes me. So there you go. There. So the type of person I am, you know, glitch art speaks to me, and it's a way to almost calm my nerves. And so I really do, you know, resonate with a lot of glitch, and I appreciate it. Yeah, X copy is the godfather.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great glitch artists right now that are coming up in space, doing some really amazing things and kind of just elevating it to just a whole new height. And so, yeah, I mean, obviously we're looking to fractionalize, you know, ideally it'd be amazing to buy next copy for you know, for us, but really just finding exceptional art that's out there that speaks to the group members.
Yeah. That sounds dope. Yeah, I know one of the artists, Jack, right? Jack NFT, is it? And you told me a story about kind of him finding Seven Deadly Sins, your project, and that night was a little bit crazy for you.
Well, yeah, he had purchased like the first one, E.1.
Okay.
And I had reached out to him prior. I mean, I made contact with Jack. Really kind person. Whom I really appreciated his art. He ended up giving me an invite to Foundation, and then, you know, we kind of befriended, became friends, and he appreciated my art. I appreciated his art.
Yeah.
And he ended up. I told him about, you know, Seven Deadly Sins. He ended up, you know, purchasing the first Envy, and he retweeted it, and then it was just kind of like from there, just kind of madness.
That's amazing.
5%. So yeah, and then so the collection off releases at 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, USA on Friday.
Very cool.
That's when that's releasing. There'll be about 950 pieces.
So the whole collection is releasing?
Just of the slabs.
Okay.
And then behind that will be Envy, and then Less, and continuing until we get through all the spins that will equal about 6,660.
Yes.
That'll be added to the same collection.
Amazing.
Very cool. Yeah, man, your stuff is awesome. The Seven Deadly Sins, I love every piece I've seen. I was scrolling through the your website and the OpenSea page, and they're super fun. Super fun. I love like the collage type stuff, you know, like it feels like you made it with your hands kind of stuff, you know. That's a really nice nice vibe that resonates in your pieces there. I really like.
Yeah. 10 to 4 or 12 to 4 a.m. vibes. Is that what it is?
12 to 4 a.m. That's
yeah.
It's the magic hours right there.
Don't sleep.
That's super cool. Yeah, the my collection that we'll be actually, it's the Dyslexic 95 collection. We started the drops and then it got screwed up, so we're refiguring out the tech on it, and I'm gonna redo it again. But the pieces originally come from these drawings that I did back in the 90s. And then I like took them into Photoshop and started to like, you know, separate them and colorize them. And then I brought them into like Final Cut and started to like animate them in ways. And then my brother put some music to it, or we put some sounds to them. And yeah, it's kind of fun to see like, you know, some old sketch piece that I did from forever ago turn into this new thing, and kind of making me go at art in different ways than I had before or whatnot. But there's a very much in that similar way to your seven deadly sins. It's that you can feel the hands on the pieces. I feel like a little bit, you know, it's like sort of ripped apart and put back together a bit.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that sounds like a cool project. Dyslexia 95. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, I'll send you some links to
That'd
some
be
stuff
cool.
there. But yeah,
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 and
man.
this is a generative glitch collection, you know, that are these fully, you know, so it's just been insanely difficult to, you know, to do a 24 frame generative collection.
Yeah.
Each thing has its own unique set of attributes, and the only two attributes that are shared across all sins are the background and the color and the outlines of the sin. That's it. So
Yeah. No, it's so crazy that you're talking about this, because I was just breaking down this in my mind. I was like, oh, if I wanted to do like take like a video and make a generative collection out of a video, you know, and it's like, well, if you shot it in like 30 frames per second, then you would need 333 minutes or something like that to, or 333 frames to get to 10,000 pieces, you know, at 30 frames a second or whatever. I just did this equation like 2 hours ago, you know, like, because I was like, that's like a really amazing
honestly,
way to get a generative collection.
It's fucking mental. The insanity like of this is fucking crazy. And like, you know, I've been working on this behind the scenes every day for, you know, full time, basically on this art collection for almost 4 months straight.
Yes.
I can't wait for the entire release of it. But I don't want to release everything at once. You know, there's no, in my opinion, there's no hurry. You know, sinners aren't going anywhere.
Yeah,
That's cool. I like that. Definitely like that.
it leaves room for you to be able to maneuver with what's going on with the space and all that, and what your community's calling for or asking for, or, you know, and yeah, I like that. Speaking
I've
of
been releasing some one-to-ones on some one-to-one pieces, which I've been kind of having fun with on Foundation.
I saw one with some
That are
crazy
super
rain
fun pieces.
coming from all over. The rain
What's
coming from
that?
all, the one, what is it called?
Is it the punk one? The punk on the
Yeah,
bench?
yeah.
Special limited edition, yeah.
And it's running through all the words, and then yeah,
That
the
one,
rain is just,
that one kind of definitely means a lot. It's about losing someone or something in your life close to you. There's like a light next to the punk on the bench. That
yeah,
sort of represents, like, you know, whatever you've lost.
yeah, it's so beautiful, sick. All the reflections.
This is on Foundation.
I'll put a link to,
Yeah,
I saw it
yeah.
on the Twitter. It's on Foundation.
I think there's an hour left on the bid right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. All right. Here's the Foundation page.
Here's a link to the tweet about it, brother, in the Zoom chat here.
Okay.
Yeah, when it rains.
When it rains, this is the one.
Yeah, about 30 minutes left. Oh, it's like
Yep.
there's a bidding war.
Sick.
Have
Yeah.
you, how many of the other marketplaces are you on besides OpenSea?
Just OpenSea. I started playing around with ICE, and I felt like I did the first time I got on the dark web. You know, back in the day, I was like, okay, this is cool, but you know,
Yeah.
It was a little slow. It's dope. I'm not knocking it. I'm probably definitely gonna get something on there ASAP, but um, yeah, just mainly right now. I mean, I just started putting some stuff out, so
Yeah.
but, right now just really focused on 7DS. Up on the bench is more of something that is there if you like it. If you don't, it talks to you great. If it doesn't, cool. And it's more of, to me, it's just more, it's more a personal project. Meaning like it was just, it means, something probably closer to me.
Yeah, so I remember reading in phase 3, you've got a couple different phases going on with the 7 Deadly Sins collection. It said something about holding 2 7 Deadly Sins, introduces like breeding and the sins token.
Yeah, so obviously it's later down in later down the line, but ultimately, holding sins, I'm sorry, holding, the deadly sins, and by staking them, you could actually earn the token that we minting here pretty soon called sins, SINS. And from that point, by holding we haven't confirmed whether it's like 3 or 5 sins, but then ultimately you'll be able to, I don't want to give too much away, but you'll be able to be put into a situation where it's a situation where you don't have to mint anything. It's kind of like a lifetime type of
Okay.
situation.
Yeah. Our friend Pumpametti's doing something like that.
So I heard
Yeah.
his art's dope.
Yeah, for sure. I think I might have come across your stuff somewhere in the mix of his crew talking, or somebody posting in. Punk Hunter for sure. Definitely shout out. Punk Hunter's a good
All
one.
day, Punk Hunter, Jack
Yeah.
NFT.
So are you are you running solo? Are you a developer as well as an artist? Do you have a little team?
Yeah, I mean, I'm technical. I write code. I don't like writing code. I got a crew. I got, 3 guys that I've known for forever that are the coders, and the super technical.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly it's me and the devs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you planning to keep the mask on for the long haul? Or will you be unmasked at some point, or?
Maybe if there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason that I'm asked. I like privacy a lot. So I really do appreciate privacy.
For sure. Yeah. We have a masked man in our crew. We'll not take it off for a meeting, for nothing. Like in public, like if only a few people in the space actually has seen his face. And some people have theories that he might be somebody else. And, there's weird theories going on, but yeah, sticks to the mask 100%.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
We're right on.
Yeah. Super cool, man. Like, I love the stuff that you're doing. You're definitely a heavy. It's an honor to have you come on and spend some time with us and share your art with us. It's sick, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do next, where like all of your stuff is definitely heavy and solid. And yeah, I'm super stoked that my brothers brought me to your attention. And yeah, I'll definitely be following your works here and trying to pick up some of these pieces. Yeah, super cool.
Definitely. This was fun. This is awesome. This will air kind of on its own, not on an episode of the show. We'll do this as its own little piece. and really appreciate you coming on and chatting with us. And yeah, love what you got going on. Definitely support everything, everything you're doing. Would love
Love what you
to,
guys are doing by bringing in small little artists, you know, or even big ones, but you know, and you know,
yeah, we're
recognizing that and bringing them up. I think that's great. What you guys are doing is awesome. So,
thank
No,
you,
thank you very
appreciate
much.
it.
Yeah.
We have a feature film. Brothers made 8 feature films in the indie world out here, and we have our 8th one coming that we're bringing to the blockchain and gonna release it via
cool.
NFT. So yeah, we'll definitely share that with you and just stay in the
Amazing.
mix. Stay in the mix for sure.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
cool.
Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Manic.
thank
Yeah,
you,
we'll talk
Manic.
again soon.
Talk to you guys.
Have a
Take
great
care.
night. All right. Perfect. Stop recording now.